mom passed away? What do you mean your dad passed away? Like, huh? All right, let's talk about the top 10 lessons that I learned or that I'm currently learning in my early 20s. And I want you guys to see this from a plus size girl, me battling a lot of things right now, going through a lot of stuff right now. So I want you guys to take it from me, okay? Let's talk about it. So the first thing I learned in my 20s, and if you see me looking over here, it's because I have my notes on my laptop. Who you deal with in your 20s will make or break your life. And I want to hop straight into, for my girls who have children, who had children in their teens or in their early 20s, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Who you deal with will make or break your life. For example, I have a son. He's going to be 2 at the end of April. And depending on who the child's father is basically how much support you're going to have, how much you're going to be able to get done, how much, like, what kind of workload you're going to have, like, based on all who your child's father is, or not even who your child's father is, but who you have around you, who's your village to help you, right? And how that ties into who you deal with will make or break your 20s is, I'm a mom right now. I'm a single mom. You know, I'm not in a relationship. I'm single, but my son's dad, he's active to an extent. And it's like, you know, depending on the situation, if you have a baby daddy who helps you out, you're able to get more stuff done. You probably could go to the gym, you know, take extra classes at school, work more hours. But if you don't have like a baby daddy who helps out, or maybe, you know, a boyfriend who helps out or anything like that, you won't be able to get as much done. In addition to that, not even only with kids and relationships, but your friends, who you deal with will make or break your life. If you're hanging around people who want to vape all day, people who want to gossip all day, people who vape all day, gossip all day, smoke weed all day, you are not going to be able to get what you need to get done. Those people are going to distract you. Oh, you don't smoke? Like, you guys, let me explain something to you. The amount of people who I know, who I'm friends with, who smoke, who try to pass me the blunt or try to get me to hit their vape or try their vape flavors is outrageous. You would think this is middle school peer pressure, because I'm like, yo, y'all know I don't smoke. It even got so bad to one point where one of my cousins was like, I'm not going to even ask you for a lighter because I know you don't smoke. Exactly. Like, who you have around you will make or break your 20s. When it comes to drinking, now, I'm not embarrassed to say that I'm somewhat of a social drinker. Like, if we're going out and everybody's having shots, I won't have a shot, but I most definitely will have me a glass of wine, doused with some lemon juice. Sorry, guys, I'm having somebody, like, they're texting me. Doused with some lemon juice or whatever, or doused with some lemonade. Like, that's me. But, you know, like, drinking and stuff like that, like, who you have around you, if you got a bunch of alcoholics around you, do you think you're going to be a sober person? Not necessarily, right? Who you have around you. If you have all your friends around you and all your friends are all moms, they got 2, 3, 4, 5 kids, which if that's what you want to do in your 20s, that's your business. I'm not here to judge. You're going to eventually start wanting a baby. I have friends around me who are like, oh my God, Ciara, your son is so cute. You make me want a baby. You make me want a baby. And I'm like, girl, like, enjoy your 20s. Live your life. And I can tell you this from experience. Let me drink my water. That's good. Speaking of being a mom, I'm a boy mom. So yeah, I spent a lot of time in that topic, but basically you get it. Who you're around will make or break, you know, your 20s and, you know, basically the rest of your life. Next one I want to say is consistency beats motivation every single time. I am the biggest person who can ever tell you this, but being consistent is more than enough. You need to be consistent, because when you're motivated, let me tell you guys something about myself. Every time I be like, oh, I'm gonna go lose weight, I'm gonna get to the gym, I get all hyped up, riled up, oh, I'm gonna do what I'm gonna do, I'm excited, you know, I'm buying all the new gym supplies, I'm buying, you know, the cups, I'm paying for the classes, paying for the meal plans, paying for the gym memberships, the trainers, the planners, and then guess what? 2 weeks later, I fall off because I'm no longer motivated. You need consistency, and you need a realistic, consistent plan. Not, oh, I'm gonna go to the gym, you know, 3 hours every day, 6 days a week, and I'm only gonna eat fruits and vegetables, because being realistic, that is not gonna work. You have to do it in increments. Okay? And yes, motivation is needed. You need, you want to feel amped up and riled up, but you cannot rely only on your motivation or you will not get shit done. I promise you that. I promise you that. You need to be consistent. Consistency is going to beat motivation every single time. Okay? Okay. Moving on. Money does not fix you, but being broke makes everything harder. Let me explain something to you. As somebody who came into a large sum of money, being broke is hard as fuck. But when you have the money, you have the power. Because I was in a position, well, not anymore, but I was in a position where I was like, yo, I could quit my job and not work for a year. I didn't take the opportunity. But I was in a position where I was like, yo, I could quit my job. Or, I could do this, you could do that. Being broke makes everything harder. Now, money isn't like the key to happiness, but you don't want to be broke. Because when you're broke, you're always, worried about bills, credit, working, this, that, the third. Stack your bread and find a high-paying job. Find a job that and let me explain something. I know jobs are not hiring like they should be nowadays. It is hard to find a job, and as somebody who is an avid, I will leave a job like this and go find another one. Yeah, no. I've been at my 2 jobs that I work. These 2 jobs, I've been with them for the last few years, and I have not left to get a new job as of yet because finding a job is hard. You need to really look. Find little side gigs, find side hustles. I currently opened up a business this summer and I sell Italian ice. And you guys, I know having a business is harder than expected, but when I started my Italian ice business, I thought of something that I wanted to do that included all my life goals and things like that. So I suggest you find yourself a little side hustle, a business. Find ways just to make extra money. If you do hair, nails, you cook, you babysit kids, you detail cars. I don't know, you walk dogs, Uber, DoorDash, Lyft. I'm not knocking none of them hustles. Go find ways to make extra money. Instacart, TaskRabbit. People are making a bag off TaskRabbit. Find little other side jobs like party hosting. I don't know, like kids' birthday parties. Find something else that you could do to sustain yourself because making money nowadays is something you really need to do to really elevate your life experiences, right? Being broke makes everything so much harder. You do not want to be broke. You don't want to be broke. And you need to go and try to find something, a side hustle, something. I'm currently in the process of, I do YouTube, I run Italian ice business, I work damn near 2 jobs, so I have 4 jobs. I'm trying to do content, I'm trying to do a bunch of things to get money up. So I know money's not everything, but you need to try your hardest to make as much money as you possibly can while still balancing, your life and stuff like that, because money isn't everything, but you need to make sure you have income coming in. Yeah. Next one. Your habits quietly build your future. Let me explain something to you as somebody who has bad habits. For the longest time, I had the bad habit of not making up my bed. I will not make up my bed. And successful people get up in the morning and make their bed. I will not make up my bed whatsoever. I will not get up in the morning and make up my bed. And I'm so embarrassed to say that, but hey, it is what it is. Now, I get up every morning and I make my bed because it makes your room look cleaner. You feel better about yourself. It's just something about getting up and making your bed. Because when you come home, you look at your bed and you want to get in it, right? You ever heard that saying, oh, you made your bed, now you gotta lie in it? Yeah, it's kind of like that. Make your bed up nice. Go on TikTok and look how to make up a bed and make it look good. Even if you don't have, the million thread count sheets or anything like that. Go in your closet or your mama's closet. It doesn't matter. Find sheets and put you some pillows on there and make your bed look nice. And yeah, so, habits will quietly build your future. That's a good habit that you should have, making up your bed. Another good habit you should have that I started doing was walking. Finding trails and walking. I recently joined Black Girl Run Club here in New Jersey, and I just meet up with them. They post where they're going to be at, and I just walk with the girls. And sometimes I don't even talk to nobody. I just love to be surrounded by women who look like me, women of color. Even if you're not a woman of color, they still pop out, you know? And I just love walking with them, knowing that we still have this goal of, you know, staying healthy, getting healthy, remaining healthy, makes me feel good, right? Another example of a habit you should have that builds your future is being mindful, learning to read the room. Now, somebody's like, well, how's that a habit? You just want to have a habit of learning to read the room. For a very long time, up until I would say like my early 20s, I did not know how to read the room. I would like read the room and then just do whatever. Like, no, you have to really learn how to read the room, accept the room, and move accordingly, right? That's a habit I would say. Another habits I want to list is eating habits, spending habits, who you text all day and how you use your time. Those are habits that you will have. I'm currently trying to get out the habit of constantly checking my phone, because it don't even matter. I'm always checking my emails, my text messages, you know, looking on Instagram, scrolling on Instagram. Those habits will always stay with you. And you don't want to be one of those people who have a checking their phone addiction, or like, I used to be so bad with my phone where I would have anxiety. Like if I couldn't be near my phone, now I'll start freaking out, panicking, like you know those people who can't find their vape and they start going crazy. If I didn't have my phone, I'll start going crazy. So take a step back from your phone. Put your phone in another room and just go chill out. Don't turn on the podcast, listen to music. Just go in the room and chill out and clean and just be there with your thoughts, you know? So I would just say that. All right. Number 5. You will outgrow people. And that is okay. You guys, when I tell you, I did not realize this. And I felt so like, I would always feel some type of way when I wouldn't speak to this person in a minute and we would link up and stuff wouldn't be the way it used to be. You will outgrow some people, and it doesn't mean there's no beef, there's no animosity. You just outgrew certain people, and that is okay. That is okay, you guys. I have this one friend, we were really close, and then she left and went to the military. And when she came back from the military, you know, it was nothing bad. It's just we weren't as close as we used to be. And honestly, you know, like there's different, like she's like a couple years younger than me or whatever, but you know, and there's no beef or nothing. It's just that, you know, we grew apart. I had this one friendship where we actually did not have a falling out, but we just grew apart because I was, you know, trying to level up in life, and this person was stagnant. That's the way I'm gonna put it. I was trying to level up and this person was stagnant, and we just came to a conclusion one day that we couldn't be friends because that person is being stagnant and I'm not. So another thing that I would say when it comes to growing apart from people, even certain family members you guys will grow apart from. I actually did have a falling out with one family member. That situation, I'll tell that story another day, but I actually did have a falling out with one family member, and it's like, honestly, we were growing apart from the get-go because this family member was not interested in what I was interested in. We were two completely different people. You know, I like going to museums, traveling, I like, you know, nature and really seeing the world, and this person likes hookah and clubbing, and I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that, but we're two totally different people. And so that relationship did not, like, it wasn't like we were growing apart and then we eventually like fell out. So yeah, you will outgrow people, and that is okay. Like, not everybody's meant to be your forever friend, okay? You know, and friendships, just like relationships, are work. So if you guys really want to be friends, you know, you guys won't allow each other to outgrow each other, you know, but like sometimes that's necessary, like, you know, so you have to really read the situation. And if you're outgrowing the person, it's okay to call them and be like, hey, what's up? Just check on them every now and then. No beef, but you're outgrowing somebody, and that's okay. Number 6, healing is your responsibility. Nobody else is gonna heal for you. And honestly, I want to do a video on healing, but yeah, I'm gonna do a video on healing, but healing is your responsibility. In the past, there was stuff that happened in your childhood, and I'm gonna be very like blunt. In your childhood, you may have grown up in foster care or a group home. You may have been physically abused, maybe molested, maybe, you know, maybe you weren't treated right because of your skin color. Maybe you grew up in poverty. All that trauma you have to heal from, because even though somebody may have did something to you and something may have happened to you that shouldn't have, unfortunately, my love, it happened already. And I hope, like, if it was something crazy, that person, you know, faced consequences. But you have to heal you now. You can't walk around the world saying, oh, this happened to me and I'm sad and I got an attitude with everybody, because nobody cares. Nobody's gonna give I'm not gonna say it, but nobody's gonna care. You have to heal and move on, right? Even me, when it comes to healing, for me, time and just observing life and seeing how life plays out and turns out is always healing for me. Moving on, finding a new hobby, distracting myself, and just really like reflecting on where I went wrong in a situation or what happened or things like that, you know, is ways I heal. Like, you know, just letting time pass me by and letting me feel all the emotions. It's your, you know, responsibility to heal. And it's also your responsibility to make sure you're truly processing, you know, your trauma and healing. Go to therapy if you need to. I was in therapy, but then it got expensive. But I was in therapy and I was, you know, talking to my therapist and talking about things, and it was working to an extent. So if you need therapy, you need to heal, go to therapy and heal. Like, it's okay. Number 7, opportunities come from being visible. You cannot, let me explain. I learned this lesson recently. Closed mouths don't get fed. I will never forget, this was literally the day before yesterday. I was selling Italian ice and I'm in the middle of the street and I just see all these other Italian ice vendors, and your girl feels discouraged because it's like hella people are out there buying Italian ice. And mind you, I'm here, I already know I got the most expensive prices, not even on purpose, but because like profit margins and things like that. And I'm sitting there and I'm like, wow. Like, I felt so discouraged. And this guy was like, you selling ices and you not talking. You need to be saying ices, cold ices, mango, cocoa, cherry. You need to be talking. You're walking around pushing this cart and you're mad quiet. Like, closed mouths don't get fed. Be visible. We could clearly see you with this big cart. Now open your mouth and speak and make your money. And that just made me go out and say, you know what, fuck it. Like, I can't be quiet. And I started screaming. I was like, cocoa, mango, cherry, cocoa, mango, cherry. And I started screaming, making my money, because closed mouths don't get fed. If you're not visible, if you're not in the room, that opportunity may pass you by. So don't be afraid to speak up. Don't be shy. Don't be afraid to try that new run club, to go to that empowerment session. You know, don't be afraid to just go and see what happens. Just go. You never know who you will meet or what will happen, what opportunities will come your way. So be visible. Number 8, time is more valuable than you think. People waste time all day. I'm not going, you know, not, because sometimes I be wasting time too. But time is more valuable. Time with your loved ones. I'm at the age where I'm 23 and I'm seeing my friends lose their parents, and I'm going crazy in my head. Like, what do you mean you losing? What do you mean your mom passed away? What do you mean your dad passed away? Like, huh? Like, what? And, you know, I have friends going through grief of losing grandparents, losing loved ones. And it's like, how is that happening? And I'm thinking like, oh my God, time. All the time they wish they can, you know, spend extra time. Just another minute they wish they could spend with that person. So time is more valuable. Don't waste months being distracted. Your 20s, especially for us ladies, society standards is our prime. Get out there and, you know, do what you want to do. You know, don't get distracted focusing on one thing. Don't put all your eggs in one basket. Time is of the essence. Take that time that you have and go. You never know when something might happen to you. Unfortunately, I have a lot of classmates that have passed away. And it's like, oh my God, I know they wanted to do this and they wanted to do that. So time is more valuable. Make sure you're spending time with the ones you love, the one you care about. Make sure you're spending time with yourself. Make sure you're not wasting your time and doing stuff that you know is not going to get you anywhere. Recently, I had a situation where I was putting a lot of my time and energy and nothing really came of it. And I sometimes we have to come on, you have to admit when you are doing something that doesn't make any sense, and you have to acknowledge it, right? And you're wasting your time. Let's acknowledge it. We all have been there, wasting our time with someone or something that we had no business doing. So let's acknowledge it and move forward with our time, make better use of your time. This one hits home for me, and I'm gonna try not to cry, but this one hits home for me. Self-respect will save you from bad decisions. So self-respect will save you from bad decisions. Ignoring red flags, being willfully ignorant, or brushing off things that you don't want to tolerate or things you don't like will never, ever work out for you well in the long run. Compromising on your boundaries, compromising on your boundaries, your expectations, your standards will never work out for you in the long run. Don't compromise or settle. If you want something, go find it, right? Ignoring red flags, staying too long, accepting less will not do anything for you. If you, for us, some of us, you may not realize that you're lacking self-respect because you're probably like, oh, well, I just want this person and I want to make it work. No, don't. If you have self-respect, leave it alone. Leave it alone. Leave him alone. Don't go back to him. You have self-respect, leave that job. You feel like it's demeaning, leave that job if you feel like they're disrespecting you or playing with you. You have self-respect, carry yourself. The way you carry yourself is very important. That's something that I had to learn. The way you dress, how you present yourself, how you look, how you smell, everything. The way you carry yourself shows how you have self-respect for yourself and will really dictate how people treat you. And one day I will have a story. I actually have a story of I went somewhere and I did not look my best, and it led to a crazy situation happening. But I will tell that story probably in 5 or 10 years. But yeah, just the way you walk out the house, the way you present yourself, having self-respect, how you dress is how people will address you. And I could do a whole nother long video on that, but yeah, so just having that self-respect will save you from bad experiences, bad decisions, and yeah. All right, let's drink this water. Part of having self-respect is drinking water, okay? Ooh. And if you're like me, I love water, but I really love water with flavor. Splash some juice in your water. Okay. Number 10. And I'm going to get close when I say this. Come here. Let me get close. Come here, CC Gang. Let me get close. You're way more capable than you think. Who said that? Me. You're way more capable than you think. I did not think I was capable of starting my LLC this year and starting my Italian ice business, and probably neither did anybody else around me. Hello, I did it. I have an Italian ice business, and it's up, it's running. I have an LLC. I'm running my Italian ice business. I'm making money. Hello, you're more capable than you think. You want to lose that weight? I'm talking to my big girls. You want to lose that weight? Go do it, girl. Do it. You got that, girl. You're more capable than you think. You want to start a YouTube channel and start making thousands of dollars? Do it. You're more capable than you think. You guys, some of you guys think you're not capable enough, and that's why you're not as far as you thought you should be. There's so many girls who me and that other person on YouTube started around the same time. They were consistent. They thought they were capable, and I didn't. And look, you can really see like who thinks they're capable and who thinks they're not. Hello, you guys. I took a pause on going to school because I really, once I got to school, I didn't think I was capable. I didn't think I could do it. Your girl is passing classes with B's and A's, flying colors. I'm going to be a paralegal next year. Hello? So, with that being said, you're more capable than you think. Yeah, so with that being said, I hope you guys like my sit down girl talk. Please like and subscribe to my channel. Share it on your share it on all your other platforms. Make sure you subscribe to my channel. If you want to support your girl, I'm gonna have a link down below so you guys can follow my Instagram. And yeah, just support your girl. Thank you. I know I haven't been on YouTube in a while, but if you stay to the very end, please like, comment, and subscribe. Yeah!